Stop using baking soda, at least until you hear this. We've all heard that baking soda is a miracle ingredient. It cleans your kitchen, freshens up your fridge, soothes heartburn, whitens teeth, and even works as a natural deodorant. But what if I told you that using it the wrong way could be damaging your health more than helping it? Most people assume that because baking soda is natural and inexpensive, it must be safe for everything. But that's not exactly true. From messing with your digestion to damaging your teeth, irritating your skin, and even putting extra strain on your heart and kidneys, baking soda isn't as harmless as you might think. Before you take another sip of baking soda water or scrub your teeth with it, let's go over some of the biggest mistakes people make and the hidden dangers you need to know. You might be surprised at what you learn. The hidden dangers of overusing baking soda. Baking soda is often seen as a simple, natural fix for everything from indigestion to body detoxing, but what most people don't realize is that overusing it can do more harm than good. Because baking soda is highly alkaline, many assume it helps balance the body's pH. But here's the truth: your body already regulates its pH on its own, and forcing it into an overly alkaline state can disrupt essential functions. When you consume too much baking soda, you're not just neutralizing stomach acid, you're interfering with a system that is carefully designed to break down food and absorb nutrients. Your stomach needs acid to function properly. Baking soda temporarily reduces excess acid, which can provide relief from heartburn, but overuse can trigger acid rebound. This happens when your stomach starts producing even more acid to compensate, making reflux symptoms worse over time. A 2018 study in the Journal of Clinical Gastroenterology found that people who frequently use baking soda for heartburn relief actually experience higher rates of acid overproduction after the effects wear off. Instead of solving the problem, baking soda can make it worse. Beyond digestion, baking soda is also loaded with sodium, which can be dangerous in high amounts. Just 1 teaspoon contains over 1,200 milligrams of sodium, almost half the daily recommended limit. Consuming too much can spike your blood pressure, put extra strain on your heart and kidneys, and cause unpleasant symptoms like lightheadedness, weakness, muscle spasms, nausea, and in extreme cases, even seizures. While baking soda can be beneficial when used correctly, it's important to limit intake. Experts recommend no more than 1/2 teaspoon dissolved in water every 2 hours, with a maximum of 3.5 teaspoons per day. Many people unknowingly exceed this, thinking more is better, but the truth is, baking soda should be used sparingly, as an occasional remedy, not a daily habit. The truth about baking soda and teeth whitening. Baking soda is often touted as a natural, inexpensive way to whiten teeth, and while it can remove surface stains, it's not as safe as many believe. Countless online sources recommend brushing with baking soda to get that bright white smile, but what they don't tell you is that it can actually do long-term damage to your enamel. Baking soda is abrasive, which means it scrubs away stains, but it also wears down the protective layer of your teeth over time. Unlike skin or other tissues in the body, tooth enamel doesn't regenerate. Once it's gone for good. A 2020 study published in the Journal of Dentistry confirmed that using baking soda regularly for teeth whitening weakens enamel, making teeth more vulnerable to sensitivity, cavities, and even more staining in the long run. This means that while your teeth may appear whiter temporarily, you're actually making them more prone to discoloration over time. The reason? When enamel erodes, it exposes the softer dentin underneath, which not only absorbs stains more easily but also increases sensitivity to hot, cold, and acidic foods. Many people who use baking soda as a DIY whitening method end up with sensitive, weakened teeth that require expensive dental treatments to fix. If you're looking for a safer way to whiten your teeth, Consider professional whitening treatments or dentist-approved whitening toothpaste containing hydrogen peroxide, which effectively removes stains without damaging enamel. Oil pulling with coconut oil is another natural method that helps reduce plaque buildup and gently brightens teeth over time. And of course, the best way to maintain a white smile is by cutting back on staining foods and drinks like coffee, red wine, and smoking. Whitening your teeth shouldn't come at the cost of your long-term dental health, so think twice before reaching for the baking soda. Why baking soda and vinegar won't unclog your pipes? We've all seen the DIY hack that claims mixing baking soda and vinegar is the ultimate solution for clearing clogged drains. The idea is simple: pour baking soda down the drain, follow it up with vinegar, and watch the fizzing reaction break apart the clog. It looks impressive, but here's the truth: it doesn't actually work the way people think it does. That fizzing isn't dissolving grease or breaking up hair, it's just carbon dioxide gas escaping, which creates the illusion of an effective cleaner. The reason this method fails is because baking soda is a base, and vinegar is an acid. When they mix, they neutralize each other, resulting in salt, water, and carbon dioxide, none of which have the power to break down stubborn clogs. A 2020 study from the American Institute of Chemical Engineers found that this method failed to clear 85% of common household drain blockages, especially those caused by grease and soap scum. Worse, using this repeatedly can actually create a sludge-like buildup, making future clogs even harder to remove. Instead of solving the problem, it can make it worse over time. So, what should you do instead? Boiling water and dish soap is one of the simplest and safest ways to dissolve grease naturally. If you're dealing with a more stubborn clog, enzyme-based drain cleaners are a much better alternative. These products contain natural enzymes that break down organic material without damaging your pipes. Unlike the baking soda and vinegar trick, these methods actually work to clear clogs without creating more plumbing headaches down the road. Next time your drain gets backed up, skip the fizz and go for a real solution. The risks of using baking soda on skin. Many people turn to baking soda as a natural skincare remedy, using it to exfoliate, treat acne, or absorb excess oil. But what they don't realize is that baking soda can actually do more harm than good when applied to the skin. The problem lies in pH balance. Healthy skin has a slightly acidic pH of around 4.5 to 5.5, which acts as a natural defense against bacteria, environmental pollutants, and moisture loss. Baking soda, on the other hand, is highly alkaline, with a pH of around 9, which can disrupt this delicate balance and weaken the skin's protective barrier. When you repeatedly use baking soda on your skin, you strip away its natural protective oils, leaving it more susceptible to dryness, irritation, and inflammation. This is why many people who try baking soda for skincare end up with red, flaky, or overly sensitive skin. Even worse, if you're prone to acne, baking soda can make breakouts worse by making your skin more vulnerable to bacteria. A study published in the Journal of Dermatological Science confirms that alkaline products weaken the skin barrier, leading to increased sensitivity and a higher risk of irritation. While baking soda may seem to work initially, giving a temporary smooth or oil-free feel, long-term use can damage the skin's ability to retain moisture and fight infections. So, what's the safer alternative? Instead of reaching for baking soda, use pH-balanced cleansers with soothing ingredients like aloe vera, chamomile, or green tea extract, which cleanse the skin without disrupting its natural barrier. If you're dealing with acne, dermatologist-approved treatments like salicylic acid or benzoyl peroxide are far more effective at reducing breakouts without causing long-term damage. When it comes to skincare, gentle and balanced is always better than harsh and alkaline. The dangers of using baking soda as deodorant. Many people looking for a natural deodorant alternative turn to baking soda, believing it's a safe, chemical-free way to fight body odor. While it might seem like a great idea at first, it's cheap, readily available, and helps absorb moisture. The truth is, baking soda is not a good long-term solution for underarm care. The skin in this area is incredibly sensitive, and just like on the face, it has a delicate pH balance that keeps it healthy and protected. Baking soda, with its high alkalinity, disrupts this balance, leading to irritation, excessive dryness, rashes, and even chemical burns in some cases. Many people who use baking soda as a deodorant initially love the results because it effectively neutralizes odor-causing bacteria. But after a few weeks or months, they often notice redness, itching, or painful sensitivity under their arms. That's because baking soda is too harsh for daily application on delicate skin, stripping away its natural oils and causing microabrasions that make the skin more vulnerable to irritation and inflammation. If you've ever experienced burning, peeling, or dark patches under your arms after using baking soda, it's your body's way of saying, this isn't working for you. So, what's a better option? If you want a natural deodorant, look for products with zinc oxide, coconut oil, or essential oils, which fight bacteria without disrupting your skin's pH. Ingredients like aloe vera and chamomile can also soothe and protect the skin, especially after shaving. Switching to a gentler, pH-balanced deodorant can help you stay fresh without the painful side effects, because healthy skin shouldn't come at the cost of irritation and discomfort. Why you shouldn't use baking soda on wounds. Many people believe that baking soda can help disinfect wounds and speed up healing, but the truth is quite the opposite. While baking soda does have mild antibacterial properties, it is highly alkaline, which makes it a poor choice for wound care. The human skin, and especially open wounds, require a slightly acidic environment to heal properly. This natural acidity helps fight off bacteria, promote tissue regeneration, and maintain the right conditions for healing. When you apply baking soda to a wound, you disrupt this balance, slowing down the healing process instead of helping it. A study published in the International Wound Journal found that altering the pH of a wound can slow healing by up to 40%. This means that rather than promoting faster recovery, baking soda can actually delay wound closure, leaving the skin more vulnerable to infections and prolonged irritation. Additionally, because baking soda is a drying agent, it can cause the wound to lose moisture, which is essential for cell regeneration. If a wound dries out too much, scabbing can become excessive, leading to more scarring and discomfort. So, what should you use instead? The best way to clean a wound is with mild soap and water, which effectively removes debris and bacteria without disturbing the natural healing process. If you need an antiseptic, opt for diluted hydrogen peroxide or iodine, which are far more effective at preventing infection without disrupting the wound's pH. To soothe and promote healing, aloe vera gel is a great natural alternative. It's antibacterial, hydrating, and helps reduce inflammation without the harsh effects of baking soda. When it comes to wound care, gentle and effective is always better than harsh and disruptive. Misusing baking soda in cooking. Baking soda is a staple ingredient in many kitchens, but using too much of it can ruin your food and even cause digestive issues. While it's great for helping baked goods rise, adding too much can lead to an unpleasant, bitter, or soapy taste that overpowers the dish. If you've ever taken a bite of a cake or cookie and noticed a strange metallic or chemical aftertaste, chances are there was too much baking soda in the recipe. A 2019 study published in the Journal of Food Science found that excessive baking soda use can also negatively affect texture, making baked goods too dense, crumbly, or unevenly risen. But the real issue goes beyond taste. Too much baking soda can disrupt your digestion. Since it's highly alkaline, It neutralizes stomach acid, which might sound like a good thing if you suffer from heartburn, but your stomach actually needs acid to break down food properly. When stomach acid is neutralized too much, it can lead to bloating, nausea, discomfort, and even poor nutrient absorption. Some people also use baking soda as a meat tenderizer, but overusing it can break down proteins too aggressively, leaving meat with a mushy and unappetizing texture instead of making it tender. So what's the better alternative? If you're baking, stick to the recommended amount of baking soda in a recipe, or use baking powder, which has both an acid and a base, ensuring the proper reaction for a better texture and taste. If you're looking for a natural way to tenderize meat, opt for citrus juice, yogurt, or pineapple, which help break down proteins naturally without ruining the texture. A little baking soda goes a long way, so measure carefully to avoid turning your food into a disaster. Baking soda is a powerful ingredient, but as we've seen, using it the wrong way can do more harm than good, whether it's damaging your teeth, irritating your skin, disrupting digestion, or even ruining your food. The key takeaway? Moderation and proper use are everything. Have you ever tried using baking soda for any of these purposes? Share your experience in the comments. I'd love to hear your thoughts. And if you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe so you never miss out on important health tips.